If you're trying to rebuild your social life with coffee dates and book clubs, but feeling like you're not finding your people, there's a reason. You're using an activity based approach when you need an identity based strategy. I'm Ronnie from Third Act Society. After 10 years of watching women struggle to rebuild meaningful connection post kids, I've discovered that the problem isn't lack of opportunities, it's using the wrong framework for connection. Today, I'm sharing the Third Act social strategy that helped women move from socially isolated to building communities that actually energize them. Let me tell you why traditional social advice falls short. Most advice about making friends after 50 focuses on activities. Join a book club, take a class, volunteer somewhere. But this misses the fundamental shift that happens in your third act. In your 20s and 30s, you bonded over shared activities because you were all trying to figure out who you were. In your 50s and beyond, you bond over shared identities and value because you know who you are. The difference? Activity based connection often feels surface level because you're connecting around what you do and not who you are. Identity based connection feels deeper because you're connecting around what matters to you. Let me share the Third Act Social Strategy framework with you. The Third Act Social Strategy has four components. Component one, identity based connection. Instead of asking, what activities should I join? Ask, what kind of person am I now and where do people like me gather? Are you someone who values deep conversation over small talk? Do you look for philosophy groups, not coffee clashes? Are you someone who's passionate about making an impact? Find people working on causes you care about, not generic volunteer opportunities. Component 2, Reciprocal Value Creation. The strongest connections happen when you can contribute something meaningful to others while receiving something meaningful back. This isn't about networking, it's about identifying that unique value you bring to relationship. Component number 3, intentional community building. Instead of hoping to find your tribe, you create a meaningful gathering spaces for people who share your values and interests. This could be hosting dinners, organizing meetups, I do, or creating online communities. I do that too. Component number 4, quality over quantity. Your third act social strategy prioritizes deep, meaningful relationship over large social circles. You're looking for people who energize you, not people who simply fill your time. Identifying your identity based connections. Here's how to identify where your people gather. Value assessment. What matters most to you now? Justice, creativity, learning, adventure, service, beauty, intellectual challenge. Your strongest connections will be with people who share those core values. Energy audit. After social interactions, what leaves you energized versus drains you? Deep one-on-one conversations, group problem solving, creative collaboration, physical adventures. This tells you what type of social interactions feed you. Your contribution inventory. What do you love helping people with? Career transitions, life organization, creative project, health challenges. The people who need what you naturally offer will become strong connection. Legacy thinking. What kind of community do you want to be part of at your age? People who challenge you intellectually, support each other through life transitions, create things together. This vision guides your social strategy. Let's talk about social implementation strategies. Here's how to put this into practice. Instead of joining random groups, identify specific communities. If you value intellectual growth, look for discussion groups around topics you're curious about. If you value creativity, find maker spaces or artistic communities. If you value service, identify organizations working on issues you care about. If you value adventure, connect with people planning trips or trying new experiences. Create rather than just join. I host Brewing What's Next coffee meetups because I wanted conversation about intentional life design, not generic socializing. When you create the gathering, you attract the people who value what you value. Focus on contribution. Instead of thinking, what can I get from this group? Change that thinking. Think, what can I contribute that would make this community better? That mindset attracts quality people and creates deeper connections. Be strategically vulnerable. Share what you're genuinely working on or struggling with. Authenticity attracts authentic people and it filters out surface level connections. And now, how do you overcome common obstacles? The biggest obstacles that I see: one, I don't want to be seen as desperate. Reframe this. You're not desperate, you're strategic. You know what kind of relationship energizes you, and you're intentionally creating those. Number two, everyone has their friend groups. This assumes scarcity. In reality, most people over 50 are looking for deeper connections but don't know how to create them. Number three, oh, I'm too tired for the work of new friendships. Identity based connection requires less energy because they're not pretending to be someone you're not or interested in things you don't care about. Here's your social strategy action plan. I have a 4-week implementation plan for you. Week 1, complete your identity assessment. What are your core values? What energizes you socially? And what unique value do you offer? Week 2, research existing communities that align with your identity. This might require looking beyond obvious social groups. Week number 3, attend one gathering or engage in one community space as a contributor, not just a participant. Contribute something. Week 4, consider what kind of gathering you could create for people who share your values and interests. I've created a complete third act social strategy guide with assessment tools and conversation starters and frameworks for creating even your own community gatherings. Building meaningful connections in your third act isn't about being more social, it's about being more strategic about who you want to be with socially and why. You're not looking to fill time or cure loneliness. You're looking to build relationships that enhances who you're becoming and support the life you're creating. Grab the Third Act Social Strategy Guide below for the complete framework and implementation tools. And if you're in the DMV area, join our Brewing What's Next meetups to experience identity-based connection in action. Current details are on our Facebook page at Third Act Society. What kind of person are you now? Where do you think people like you gather? Share in the comment. You might connect with someone right here who shares your value. You know there's a sister that needs this right now. Share it with them. I want to personally thank you for coming along on this third act journey with me.